Have you ever wondered how you would cope if you lost your spouse? Life is unpredictable, and the loss of a partner can feel like an unimaginable blow, leaving a void that's hard to fill. But what if I told you there are ways to not just survive, but to thrive even after such a profound loss? Today, we'll uncover 3 powerful secrets that can help you rebuild your life, find new purpose, and experience joy once again. Along the way, we'll also share inspiring stories from individuals who have faced this challenge and come out stronger on the other side. Are you ready to discover how to navigate this journey with courage and grace? Let's dive in. Secret 1. Avoid immersing in excessive grief for too long. Have you ever wondered what happens when grief takes over your life for too long? While grieving is a natural and necessary process after losing a loved one, immersing yourself in excessive sorrow can begin to take a toll on both your mental and physical health. Research shows that prolonged grief can lead to depression, anxiety, and even weaken your immune system, making it harder for you to regain your footing and face life again. But how do you strike the right balance between honoring your loss and reclaiming your life? This is where Callista's story becomes so powerful. At 67, Callista found herself alone after the sudden loss of her husband of over 40 years. Her days were filled with sorrow and a sense of emptiness that seemed to have no end. For months, she couldn't see a way out of her grief. It was as if the world had lost its color. But then, something shifted. Callista decided that she didn't want the rest of her life to be defined by sadness. She realized that to honor her husband's memory, she needed to find a way to start living again. Callista began to take small steps towards reclaiming her life. First, she made a conscious effort to take care of herself physically, understanding that her body needed to be strong if her mind was to heal. She started with simple activities, taking daily walks in her local park, ensuring she ate healthy meals, and maintaining a regular sleep schedule. As she focused on her physical health, she found that her emotional state slowly began to improve as well. Her next step was to reconnect with the world around her. Callista joined a local community group that offered support for widows and widowers. Through these meetings, she met others who had faced similar losses and understood her pain. Sharing her story and listening to others helped her realize that she was not alone in her grief. She found comfort in knowing that others had walked this path and managed to find happiness again. One of the key lessons from Callista's journey is the importance of finding hope amidst the darkness. Grieving does not mean giving up on joy or the possibility of a future filled with new experiences and relationships. She began to volunteer at a local animal shelter, which gave her a new sense of purpose and filled her heart with the love she thought she'd lost forever. Through these small yet meaningful acts, Callista started to see that life could still offer beautiful moments, even after such a great loss. If you're struggling with grief, it's crucial to strike a balance between honoring your emotions and engaging with the present. Remember that grief is a process, not a destination. To manage grief effectively, start by maintaining a healthy routine. Ensure you're eating well, getting enough sleep, and moving your body daily. These simple steps can make a profound difference in how you feel, both physically and emotionally. Another practical piece of advice is to engage in activities that bring you joy or peace, even if only for a short while each day. Whether it's gardening, reading, or spending time with friends, these moments of normalcy can help ground you and remind you that there is still beauty in life. It's also important to cherish the positive memories of your loved one. Reflect on the good times you shared and find ways to celebrate their life rather than solely mourning their absence. However, it's essential to remember that grief should not dominate your present or dictate your future. Callista learned that living fully is also a way to honor her husband's memory. By embracing the world with open arms, she found a way to carry him in her heart without letting the weight of loss drag her down. Her journey shows us that it's possible to hold on to love while letting go of the pain. Living in the present doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means accepting the reality of loss while still finding ways to move forward. Give yourself permission to grieve, but also allow yourself to heal. Grieving and living are not mutually exclusive. They can coexist, allowing you to find peace in a new chapter of life. Finally, look toward the future with an open mind and heart. Consider what new opportunities might lie ahead and be willing to embrace them. Remember, the goal is not to erase the loss, but to integrate it into a life that still holds potential for growth, joy, and fulfillment. Secret 2. Do not over-rely on children for the rest of your life. Have you ever considered how depending too much on your children could affect both your relationship with them and your own sense of fulfillment? While it's natural to seek support from family, especially after a significant loss, over-reliance on your children can create emotional and practical challenges for both you and them. It's crucial to balance seeking support with nurturing your own independence. But how do you strike that balance and find fulfillment without placing undue burden on your loved ones? Take Mrs. Amber, for example. At 65, she faced the daunting task of navigating life alone after the death of her husband. While it might have seemed natural for her to move in with her daughter and rely on her for support, Mrs. Amber chose a different path. She understood that over-relying on her daughter could strain their relationship and rob her of a sense of independence that was vital for her well-being. Instead, she made a conscious decision to maintain her own home and manage her life as independently as possible. Mrs. Amber's decision was not easy, but it proved to be immensely rewarding. By choosing to live alone, she found that she could control her environment, set her own routines, and make decisions that best suited her needs and desires. Her choice was not about distancing herself from her daughter, but rather about preserving her sense of self and maintaining a healthy, balanced relationship with her family. This decision allowed her to remain a source of support rather than a burden, which in turn strengthened her bond with her daughter. One of the key lessons from Mrs. Amber's experience is the importance of maintaining independence. Self-reliance is not just about handling day-to-day tasks. It's also about preserving your dignity and sense of self-worth. Mrs. Amber found that her independence provided her with a sense of purpose and pride, which contributed to her overall happiness. It also enabled her to indulge in activities and hobbies that she loved, which brought her joy and fulfillment. If you're considering how to maintain your independence, start by finding personal fulfillment through hobbies and interests that resonate with you. Whether it's painting, gardening, or learning a new skill, these activities can provide a sense of accomplishment and joy. Engaging in hobbies not only keeps you occupied, but also connects you with like-minded individuals, fostering new friendships and social interactions. Community involvement is another great way to stay active and engaged. Volunteering, joining local clubs, or participating in community events can help you build a support network and feel connected to those around you. These activities offer a sense of belonging and purpose, and they can be incredibly rewarding in helping you stay active and vibrant. Embracing solitude is also a valuable practice. While it might seem challenging initially, spending time alone can be a powerful opportunity for self-reflection and personal growth. It allows you to reconnect with yourself and rediscover your interests and passions. Solitude doesn't mean isolation. It means finding peace and contentment within yourself. By focusing on your independence, you're not only enhancing your own quality of life, but also nurturing healthier relationships with your children and loved ones. When you rely too heavily on them, it can create a dynamic where you feel like a burden, and they may experience stress or resentment. Independence allows you to contribute positively to your family relationships, creating a more balanced and harmonious environment. Remember, independence is not about shutting out your family or denying their support. It's about finding a balance where you can rely on your own strength while still cherishing the love and support of your family. By doing so, you'll find greater happiness and fulfillment in your later years, living a life that feels both purposeful and satisfying. In conclusion, the value of maintaining independence cannot be overstated. It empowers you to live your life on your terms, fosters personal growth, and strengthens your relationships with your loved ones. Embrace the opportunities that independence offers, and you'll find that it can lead to a richer, more fulfilling life. Secret 3. Avoid rashly finding a new partner or remarrying. Have you ever wondered if jumping into a new relationship or remarrying soon after a significant loss is the right choice? While the desire for companionship is natural, especially after losing a partner, rushing into a new relationship or marriage can lead to complications and potential regrets. It's essential to approach this decision with careful consideration and emotional readiness. But how can you ensure that you're making the right choice when it comes to finding a new partner? Consider Mrs. Kelly, a 62-year-old widow who faced the complexities of remarrying later in life. After losing her husband, Mrs. Kelly felt a deep longing for companionship and decided to enter into a new relationship. Although her intentions were genuine, she soon encountered a range of challenges that highlighted the importance of taking time before remarriage. Her second marriage, while filled with potential, became a journey of self-discovery and adjustment that she hadn't fully anticipated. Mrs. Kelly's experience underscores a crucial lesson: the importance of emotional readiness and thoughtful consideration before diving into a new relationship. In her case, the initial excitement of a new partnership was quickly tempered by the realities of blending two lives, managing expectations, and addressing family dynamics. These challenges taught her that understanding her own needs and being fully prepared emotionally were key to making a successful transition into a new relationship. One of the main lessons from Mrs. Kelly's journey is the need to assess compatibility carefully. It's not just about finding someone who is kind or charming. It's about evaluating whether your long-term goals, values, and lifestyle align. Before making any commitments, it's essential to engage in open and honest conversations with your potential partner about your expectations and future plans. This helps ensure that both parties are on the same page and can work together towards a shared vision for the future. Understanding family dynamics is also a critical factor in considering a new relationship. When remarrying, you're not only integrating a new partner into your life, but also into your existing family structure. It's important to consider how this new relationship will affect your children, grandchildren, and other family members. Their feelings and adjustments are as important as your own, and addressing these dynamics up front can help prevent future conflicts and misunderstandings. Evaluating your long-term desires is another essential step. Ask yourself whether you're seeking a new partner to fill a void or because you genuinely want to share your life with someone who complements your goals and aspirations. Taking time to reflect on what you truly want from a relationship can help you avoid making decisions based on temporary emotions or loneliness. Practical advice for navigating this process includes giving yourself ample time to heal and gain clarity about what you want from a new relationship. It's important not to rush into a commitment out of a need for companionship or a desire to replicate past experiences. Allow yourself the space to grow, understand your own needs, and recognize what will truly bring you happiness in the long run. Remember, thoughtful decision-making can help you avoid future regrets. By approaching a new relationship with a clear mind and an open heart, you're more likely to build a partnership that is fulfilling and sustainable. Take the time to evaluate your readiness, compatibility, and long-term goals, and you'll be better equipped to make choices that enhance your life and well-being. In conclusion, while the idea of finding a new partner or remarrying can be appealing, it's essential to approach it with careful consideration and emotional preparedness. Mrs. Kelly's story reminds us that thoughtful decisions, based on a clear understanding of your needs and a willingness to navigate complex dynamics, can lead to a more fulfilling and harmonious relationship. By taking the time to assess and prepare, you're setting yourself up for a future that is not only hopeful, but also deeply satisfying. Thank you for watching. If you found these secrets helpful, let us know by commenting 9 or 0 below. Until next time, take care and stay inspired.